At first glance at this quarter's consumer price data, it looks like the economy is on the mend. Inflation is at 1.6%. But that's off last quarter's collapse when childcare was free and petrol was super cheap. So this pickup in inflation shows little more than a small recovery, and the RBA is warning we're in for an unpredictable time. Rachel Papazoni reports.
Should we maybe we should do it like this.
Free childcare might not have been good news for Australia's economy last quarter, but it was for the Holland family.
We could put some money towards our mortgaging, get in a more secure position, and we're able to go on a holiday with the family, which was nice.
Now that parents like Natalie are paying for childcare again, that money is flowing through the economy. And it showed up in today's inflation numbers, from a 95% drop in childcare spending in the June quarter to accounting for more than half of the 1.6% increase in spending this quarter, taking annual inflation to just 0.7%, way below the RBA's elusive 2 to 3% target.
Cool, how's that?
But it means families like the Hollands are now having to watch their finances closely again.
It's back to being tight as it was before, and we need to sort of count the pennies a bit more again.
While today's figures suggest the economy might be growing again, a lot of it is thanks to government support.
And I think there will be a lot of households that start to become more careful with their spending as government support winds down and the unemployment rate rises.
The RBA agrees. People are saving much more money, so less cash is being spent, which will keep inflation low. As petrol prices rose, so too did the amount of money we spent on it. After contracting almost 20% in June, it was one of the big growth areas this quarter, up more than 9%. Along with childcare, spending on preschool and primary school education also rose after it was no longer free in some states. And as we continue to stay at home, consumers again spent up big on furniture. In stark contrast with June's figures, all states posted growth for the quarter. Victoria had the slowest growth, but only just.
Some of that reflects the fact that childcare is still free in Melbourne, but also, of course, that people have been at home under those stage 4 restrictions, so not being able to go out to a restaurant, for example.
Now that Melburnians can start eating at a restaurant, its spending next quarter is expected to be more in line with the rest of Australia. But the RBA has warned Australia's economic recovery will be unpredictable and uneven, with the number of business insolvencies rising, while some households will struggle to pay off their debts. And while we're now back to inflation, it's incredibly weak, while almost 1 million Australians remain out of work. That's why the RBA is likely to announce more monetary policy easing on Tuesday.